Tasmania's former top cop has revealed he knew about child sexual abuse that happened at the prestigious Hutchins school in Hobart in the 1960s. The Child Abuse Royal Commission's investigating the Anglican school's handling of complaints from victims. There's been several new allegations of abuse since the Commission began sitting last week.
A last-minute addition to the witness list revealed police knew about sexual abuse at Hutchins dating back to the 1960s.
Whilst he was a student at the school, he had sex with Lawrence on a number of occasions.
In 1970, former Police Commissioner Richard McCready worked for the Sexual Crimes Unit. He was approached by a teenager who claimed he had sex with then Hutchins headmaster David Lawrence and music teacher Ronald Thomas. Mr McCready approached both men.
Lawrence immediately admitted to that having occurred.
Thomas had also admitted to abusing students. A number of weeks passed before police went to arrest the men.
When I arrived at the school, I was told by the secretary that Lawrence had moved back to England and Thomas had moved back to South Africa.
Why didn't you decide to act on it when you were the police commissioner?
I've given my evidence to the Commission of Inquiry and that's as much as I've got to say.
Despite the confessions, there was no moves to extradite the men back to Tasmania.
You didn't consider it at that time appropriate to go to the school and indicate that they that they may have a problem.
In some ways, I thought the problem had gone to South Africa and gone to England.
The school's current head also fronted the hearing. He was pressed on why a victim of abuse, who first came forward in 1993, only got an apology last month.
That it bears the same date as the statement that you provided to the Royal Commission.
I'll accept that.
And is it your evidence that that was just a coincidence?
But it was a deliberate decision by the board.
The school has now acknowledged 4 former students were victims of the 1960s pedophile ring and has just apologised to them all. That number has grown.
To date, the school has received 9 contacts.
This was to be the last day of the public investigation into Hutchins School, but since the Royal Commission's hearings began last week, more victims have come forward wanting to give evidence. The Commission will sit again in Sydney on December the 18th. Tyson Shine, ABC News.
If you or anyone you know is struggling with issues arising from the Royal Commission, you can contact Lifeline on 13 1114 or be on Blue.